course, to all the children of JK Min. My name is Mommy Dali and I have here with me
of Jakeman.
Okay, so today we're going to share the country where we live in and what is special about this place. This is our second home called the United Arab
Emirates.
Yay! So this is our family. This is the
And this is we live in stay with our friends.
stay with our friends. So we had a trip in this picture in Hatta, Dubai, and so this is our family picture, and this is the flag of the United Arab Emirates. So there you go. So the UAE, or what we call Emirates, is actually a country in the western part of Asia. So here, okay, so here as you can see, this is a, what do you call this? This is a map. Okay, in this map you can see that most of you are actually in this place. So which is the, what is this? Philippines. Okay, so this is the Philippines, and this is the place where we live in UAE. We're actually based in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. So that's how far the Philippines is from Dubai. And of course, the UAE consists of 7 emirates. So what are the 7 emirates? So here is the picture of the 7 emirates of the UAE. So we have Abu Dhabi, we have Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Al Quwain, Ras Al Khaimah, and Fujairah. Okay, can you see it? There you go. And each emirate is governed by a sheikh. Okay, so a sheikh is actually an Arab leader. He is the chief or head of the village. So here are the 7 sheikh of the UAE. Alright, so here the first one, okay, in Abu Dhabi we have His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. He is the president of the UAE. And in Dubai, if you can see here at the top part, we have His Highness, okay? Let me know if you can see my picture. Okay, so we have His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. He is the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE. And we have the ruler of Sharjah. Okay, so the ruler of Sharjah is His Highness Dr. Sheikh Sultan bin Muhammad Al Qasimi. And then we have the ruler of Ajman, this picture, okay, and his name is His Highness Sheikh Humaid bin Rashid Al Nuwaimi. And we have the ruler of Al Quwain, which is His Highness Sheikh Saud bin Rashid Al Muwalla, and the ruler of Ras Al Khaimah, which is His Highness Sheikh Saud bin Sakr Al Qasimi. And last is His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Sharqi, the ruler of Sharjah. So children, you don't need to memorize all the names. I'm just showing you the picture of the rulers of each emirate. And I have 2 pictures here. Okay, there you go. As you can see, Islam is the official religion of the UAE, and Arabic, so this is how they write their letters. Okay, so this is called Arabic. This is the official language or dialect in the UAE, and also this is how they write their letters and numbers. Okay, so there you go. What are the traditional food in the UAE? The traditional food of the Emirates has always been rice, fish, and meat. So they always eat rice, fish, and meat. And here in the UAE, we have beef, chicken, mutton, lamb, and of course, we also have pork. Okay? So those are their traditional food. That's what they always eat here in the UAE. We have the breakfast. Okay, this is the traditional breakfast of the Emiratis. So we have here this one. This is called the balilat. Okay, so this is balilat. It's actually made of omelette and vermicelli. Okay, it's not rice, but it's noodles. Okay, as you can see, this is noodles, not rice. Okay, and the second one is what we call the shashuka. Okay, again, it's called shashuka. It's a scrambled eggs with tomato and pepper. Okay, and the last one, this is like in our country in the Philippines, we have pandesal, but in this country, they have the khamir. So this is a soft flat bread, and instead of using sugar, they use dates to sweeten the bread. So this is their traditional breakfast. Okay, and all right, Zuriel. So this is the traditional lunch and dinner of the Emirati. So let's talk about it. So we have this one. The first one is the terid. Okay, as you can see here, it's called terid. This is actually made of meat, potatoes, and other vegetables. And we have the makbus, which is made with rice, chicken, lamb, or fish. And this is lamb uzi. This is rice made with spices and lamb meat. Ariel is back with me right now, and we are going to talk the last food, okay, the traditional food of the UAE, which is their dessert. Okay, so their dessert is called the lukaimat. Okay, it's lukaimat, and they also pair it with tea, or they call this Arabic coffee. So what is a lukaimat, by the way? So this is their dessert. So it is a sweet fried dumplings made of milk, sugar, butter, and flour, and then covered it in date syrup. So this is yummy. We already tasted this one. What is the traditional dress of the UAE for men and women? Traditional dress is actually a symbol of culture and honor for the Emiratis. So now let's talk about the dress of the Emirati or the men. So the men, they wear this one, Zuri. What is this? We have first the kanduras. Okay, they wear this white color dress. Okay, and they wear this cloth in their head. Okay, so it's either white or red with, it's actually checkered, red and white, a combination. And they put the black, what is this? They put it to hold the cloth in their head. So this is called as agal. And of course, for the women, this is the modern women of the UAE. So they are the Emirati women. So first, they wear this one in their heads to cover their neck, their hair. So they call this as hijab. So they even wear hijab and they put the hat. So they are the professional women in the UAE. So we have like an engineer, and we have a pilot and a flight attendant, and they wear this cloth, okay, below. So this is what they call the abaya. Again, can you tell me? It's called
Abaya.
abaya. Very good. So abaya is actually it's either a black cloth, okay, instead of white. For the men, it's black. So abaya is always worn on top of their clothes. So yeah. Okay, we're back again. So Zuriel, we're gonna talk about the national animal of the UAE. So what is the national animal of the UAE, Zuri? Arabian?
Oh, like
Oryx. Okay, so it's not the camel. Camel is the national animal of Saudi Arabia. But here in Dubai, in United Arab Emirates, it's the Arabian oryx. Okay? And of course, their traditional sport. What is the traditional sport of the UAE? Zuriel, what is this?
camel.
Camel?
Right.
Camel race. Okay. The traditional sport in the UAE is called the camel race. So the camels are all racing to go to the finish line. Okay, so that is the camel race. And last but not the least, how do people in, or the locals in, or the Emiratis greet each other? So they don't normally Okay, so that's how they do it. Zuriel already showed it. So that's how the Emiratis do their greetings. They don't normally shake their hands between men and women, but for men, this is how they do it. Okay? Alright, so can you see? Okay, so men and women, again, they don't shake their hands with each other, but the men usually rub their noses with each other because it is a gesture of welcoming the people in the Arab world. And rubbing noses is a sign of respect and pride in their culture. And they greet each other. Assalamu alaikum, it means may God's peace be upon you. And the other person will say, wa alaikum assalam, means may peace be upon you as well. Okay, so that's all for today. So thank you for listening. I hope you enjoy exploring and learning, okay, about the country of UAE. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Say bye. Bye.